Two layers both melt in your mouth. A tender, buttery shortbread crust topped with a smooth, clear, silky lemon curd. That is not what most lemon bars look like, and there's a reason why. Most recipes I tested dump nearly a full cup of flour into the lemon juice to force the filling to set. What you end up with isn't a custard, it's a thick, rubbery citrus paste. I don't want that for you. I worked hard for this one, so you don't have to. We are cutting that flour down to just 3 tablespoons. With extra egg yolks and a splash of whole milk, your filling bakes into a clear, silky, French-style curd that melts completely on your tongue. I am so glad you're here. What do you say we have some fun? First, we'll prep our lemon custard ingredients. The dairy needs time to come to room temperature. We need 3 whole eggs and 3 egg yolks. You'll need 1 cup of granulated sugar that's 200 grams. I'm using extra fine. It dissolves easier and makes a more smooth custard in the long run. And then you'll need just those 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, that's 24 grams. You'll also need a half teaspoon of fine sea salt, 2 grams, and a 1/3 cup of whole milk, that's 80 milliliters. Now let's get to our lemons. You'll need 3 teaspoons of lemon zest, that's 6 grams, and then you'll need 3/4 of a cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice, that's 180 milliliters. Make sure you zest first. Strain your juice to remove any seeds or bits of pulp. Now we have our custard ingredients prepped. I'll put all of this aside. This will give the eggs and the milk time to come to room temperature. Let's get our crust done. You'll need an 8x8 baking pan, and you need to lightly butter the bottom and the sides. Once your pan is greased, put your parchment paper in and then lightly grease your parchment paper. These are the simple ingredients for our crust. You'll need a half cup of unsalted butter, that's 113 grams, soft. 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 125 grams. 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, 30 grams. 1 tablespoon of water, 15 mLs. And a pinch of fine sea salt. Add your flour, your powdered sugar, and your salt into a bowl. Give this a good whisk to make sure you have all the ingredients evenly distributed. Now you'll add your butter in, and I just want to make a note, this butter is really, really soft. I microwaved it for about 10 seconds, even though it was already at room temperature, because I wanted it extra soft, not melted, but extra soft. So add that into your flour mixture. Oops. And then you just want to cut this into the flour. It takes a few minutes, but just cut this in until it's all combined. Once you get to this point, you have all of the butter combined and you don't see any floury dry particles. It's time to sprinkle your tablespoon of water onto the mixture. Stir this until you have it evenly combined. The dough will start to lump a little bit. Now pour your crust mixture into the bottom of the pan. This is going to make a beautiful shortbread crust. Level it out a little bit. And then what we'll be doing is spreading this on the bottom of the pan with our hands. Right now it might be a little too warm. I'm going to try. If it works, great. If not, the trick is to just put it in the refrigerator for 5 minutes. Then pull it out, and you just want to spread it out with your hands. Keep pressing and smoothing until you see no cracks anywhere. We want to make sure that the filling can't get into any of the cracks and get underneath the crust. We'll also press the crust up against the edges, and I will use a offset spatula to do that. Now, preheat your oven to 350, 180 Celsius. Place this in the refrigerator for 20 minutes while your oven's preheating, and we'll make our filling. So while our crust is chilling and our oven is preheating, we'll prep our filling. It's important that this is done and ready, because when we bake the crust, the minute you pull it out of the oven, you have to pour this filling directly on top of it and put it back in the oven. So we want to make sure this is ready to go. First, take your sugar and your lemon zest and put them into a large mixing bowl. Something that has a pour spout is really handy if you have one. This is a step I always like to do, and It's a great opportunity to infuse extra flavor into your bake if it's citrus. If you just add the lemon zest at the end of the bake, you don't get the benefit of extracting the oils that are in this zest. So use this time to just massage the zest. The sugar granules have sharp edges, and so they will extract the oils from that zest. Just take 2 to 3 minutes and you'll see the sugar becoming more yellow in color, and it'll be damp, and that's just those beautiful oils and flavors going into the sugar. Once your zest is worked into the sugar, next add your flour and your salt. You'll want to give this a good whisk. You're making sure that the flour is dispersed throughout the sugar so that it prevents starch clumping when liquid hits it. Now we'll add our room temperature eggs in, your 3 whole eggs. Then add your 3 egg yolks. Okay, now take your dinner fork and you want to submerge it right down into the bottom of the dish, just straight to the bottom. And then we'll be making horizontal movements. Instead of circle whipping like you usually do, we're just going back and forth horizontally. What we're doing is shearing the protein chains smoothly without trapping air. If you're circle whipping, that produces air bubbles, then they rise to the top, then you have a blistered surface. We want it nice and smooth. We want no air bubbles. So just do this for 2 to 3 minutes. It's okay to stir this way every once in a while just to incorporate your ingredients. Just make back and forth movements. I started with a fork to shear the proteins some, and now I am just smoothing the entire mixture. Once you feel like you have a fluid mixture, add your lemon juice in and add your milk in. Give this a good stir until it's smooth. Remember, just be gentle, no whipping, just stir until it's all smooth and combined. Okay, this mixture is nice and smooth. I'm going to grab the crust from the refrigerator and pop it into the oven. This is nice and chilled. This gave the butter a chance to solidify, the flour a chance to hydrate, and now we'll pop this into the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. You're looking for the edges of the crust to be slightly golden brown. Okay, here's the last step with the filling. Pour it through a fine mesh sieve into another measuring cup, something that has a pour spout. This will remove any little bits of zest, egg, anything like that. We're looking for a really nice, smooth custard. Now, once this is done, you can set it aside. This will give any air bubbles a chance to settle, and this is now ready to go on our crust as soon as it comes out of the oven. Okay, our crust is done. Immediately as you pull the crust out, turn your temperature to 325 or 165 Celsius. We're pouring the filling directly onto the hot crust and putting it back into the oven immediately. Set your timer for 20 to 25 minutes. You're looking for the outer edges to be set and the center will still be slightly jiggly. This is nicely set. It's very smooth on top. This needs to cool to room temperature before we can serve it. We'll leave this here for about an hour or so. Then I will cover it with plastic wrap once I'm ensured that it's completely cooled so that condensation doesn't form. I'll put it in the refrigerator and then we'll slice it and have a piece. Lemon bars are best when they're served chilled. So after this sat at room temperature for about an hour and a half, I chilled it for 1 hour. Now it's time to slice and dust with powdered sugar. Remove it from the pan. These look amazing. I'm going to remove the parchment paper. There we go. Sometimes when your lemon bars are refrigerated, they gather a little condensation. You can see a tiny bit on the surface here on the edges. Just use a paper towel and blot gently. You should be able to just press down. It'll pick up any of that little bit of moisture on there. You need to remove this because when you dust the powdered sugar on, this will dissolve the powdered sugar, and then it kind of takes on a gooey, it just is not pleasant. So you want to make sure to remove the condensation before you dust with powdered sugar. Dust with powdered sugar only before you're ready to serve, because it does melt after it's on the surface for a little while. So if you're making this ahead, this will stay in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 days. Don't dust it until you're ready to serve it. Make sure you have a wet paper towel nearby so that you can clean your knife between every cut. So they're dusted with powdered sugar. I think they just look beautiful. I'm going to slide one on over to my plate. Look at that, how gorgeous that is. They turned out so, so pretty. You can see the shine of the custard there and that beautiful shortbread crust. They turned out perfect. I'm gonna cut into this. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Wow. The crust does melt in your mouth. The lemon custard does as well. It is soft and silky and smooth, tangy. This is beautiful. These were so fun to make, and I will say one thing that could make them a little better is some cheesecake. I happen to have a lemon cheesecake bar recipe that is so good. They're elegant, they're beautiful, they're easy to make. So check them out. I'll bake with you there. You're going to love them.